How's it going, YouTube? It's your boy Spiraling Thoughts, and you see the title of the video. I want to go over some of my favorite songs that have came out this year. 2024. A year of many things. Good music was definitely on the top of the list of good things to come out of this year. Before I get into my 10, I just want to mention that I limited this to one song per artist because if I didn't do that, my list would just be The Weeknd, Kendrick, and Eminem like dominated, and I just thought that was a little bit boring. So they'll get mentioned in the honorable mentions. I'm gonna get into the honorable mentions right now. Some of them I could think of off the top of my head. Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar, obviously a staple, a genre-defining, cultural shifting song. I don't need to explain that one. Everybody knows it's Not Like Us. Temporary by Eminem. Beautiful, heartfelt song about Haley and one day, him passing away. Very beautiful song. Renaissance off that album. Great intro song. Love that song. Family Matters by Drake. While it might not be the best diss track I've ever heard, I absolutely love that second verse. Just the flow on it was great. Even if it wasn't the best diss.
And I'm about to put my dick in it right now. Then I put it in his ass.
But for a song, I liked it. Lately Nothing by Alexa Gates, who I've just recently been listening to, but she's great. I just listened to her newest album. She's awesome. Go check her out. And is there anything else? 365 off of Brat is another one. Please, Please, Please by Sabrina Carpenter. All great songs. All in the honorable mentions. I'm sure there's some others I might be missing, but to get into the top 10, starting at my number 10 spot, I have 360 by Charlie XCX. Honestly, I probably could have placed this one higher, but I just didn't, listen to it as much. I honestly just kind of bumped Brat as a whole. But I absolutely love this intro track. It's fucking awesome. It's such a vibe. I hear it everywhere I go. I go to Wawa and they're playing it there, and it's awesome. I haven't got tired of the song. Just good vibes, good track, good album. And that goes for the number 10 spot. Here for the number 9 spot, got a bit of a sleeper pick, but I got A Diamond to Be Born by Foster the People. I was highly anticipating this album. They had not dropped anything, album wise since 2017, back when I was a freshman, and I wasn't even a fan back then. But I've been a fan the last few years. I've listened to all 4 of their studio albums. Now this would be the 4th one, and this was a great track that got me teary-eyed the first time I heard it, and I quite enjoyed it. Very underrated cut. Very underrated album. Kind of flew under the radar. They didn't really promote it well. But on to number 8. This was a surprising one for me. If you would have told me that they would be on my top list of the year at the beginning of the year, I would have probably laughed at you because I don't even listen to 21 Pilots anymore. But we got at number 8, Oldie Station by 21 Pilots. I adore the melancholic, somber vibes of this track. Always loved their introspective lyricism, of course, but the fucking, the switch up when a song gets more up tempo, and we go the oldie station, push on through. It's a nice track. Definitely a bop that I was not expecting to get this year. So I didn't really enjoy much of their album that had come out earlier this year, but that song was a big standout for me. On to the number 7 spot. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this song name correctly, but it's Tejano Blue by Cigarettes After Sex. Again, fantastic fucking song. Very, very, very ethereal, very melancholic, very slow. Very somber, just a very mellow, chilled out track that just makes me sit back and just relax. I listened to the whole album on about an hour and a half car ride that I had because I had heard the album at a record store that I visited earlier this year. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna put it on, and this song stood out to me a lot. I very much enjoyed it, and I listened to it a lot during some dark times. Fantastic track. But on to the number 6 spot, I have Tore Up by Don Toliver. I don't have much to say about this song. It's just a fucking bop. It's a banger. The production is sick. Gets you super hyped up. Makes you want to run through a fucking wall and lift a bajillion weights. And it's a great gym song that I've been listening to. And great track. Great album. Great track. And you did your thing, Don Toliver. But on to the top 5. This is where it gets good for me. These are the songs that really left an effect on me this year. And at my number 5 spot, do you have a guess? It's from Billie Eilish, her newest album, Hit Me Hard and Soft. It is the intro track, Skinny. This song, I could talk about this song forever. Absolutely blew me away the first time I heard it, listening to her sing that way, listening to the depth of the lyrics and such a powerful message that I could only begin to imagine, being in the female perspective, being in the spotlight, and being judged with your body and all types of things, and learning to love yourself, no matter what you weigh and how you look. And just a great song, great vocal performance. She did her thing. The production is beautiful. It transitions very well into the next song, which is Lunch, which is, everybody knows that song. Just stand out, great track. Absolutely loved it. On to my number 4 spot, which was tough to place it this low because I was very much anticipating this album as well, from Dayglow, Mr. Dayglow, who did not disappoint. Little side tangent, but this is his best album, in my opinion, since his debut album, Fuzzy Brain. It's been hard for him to reach that critical acclaim that he got with the debut album. But anyways, the song is Broken Bone. What an incredible outro. The song is so upbeat and it ends on such a somber note. This song, I used it in a short film that I made. I listen to it all the time. I've dissected the lyrics. I've spun it back over and over and over and over, which is not much to dissect. It's pretty straightforward for you there, but gets me super duper emotional. It honestly just left me speechless when I heard it the first time, to close out the album, and I was just like, man, wow, great song. For his self-titled Dayglow, you making it to the top 4. Now, on to the number 3 spot. It was hard to pick one song from this beef. I could have went with Like That. I could have went with Meet the Grams. I could have picked the obvious Not Like Us, but I think my favorite out of all of them is definitely Euphoria by Kendrick Lamar. It was hard to not pick a song off GNX as well. Like I said, I could have went with Hey Now. I could have went with Reincarnated, Squabble Up. There's What a Year for Kendrick, but Euphoria, I think, was just like the prelude to everything that was to come. It was, the first thing we had gotten, after the Like That verse, and his first, his song. And he just dissected Drake's character. He picked him apart. He had so many unique vocal inflections, different flows, 3 different beat switches. Incredible track, incredible artist performance. And if you told me that it was the best song out of the beef, I can't argue with you. But on to my number 2 spot. My number 2 spot, Mr. Slim Shady, Would You Come Out to Play With Us? Eminem, Fuel, with JID on the track as well. What a fucking song. Yo, even people that didn't really like this album, Death of Slim Shady, which I don't understand personally, I absolutely adored the album. Set that aside, what a fucking war between these two. These two really brought their fucking A game. Verses are incredible. The whole P. Diddy, you know, fucking rhyme scheme with the RAPERSA, Biggie Pac, crazy. The whole rhyme scheme at the end Eminem uses with the C sound effects, the most content on the continent, and you know, crazy. JID did his fucking thing, had an incredible verse that if you want to argue he outshined Eminem, it's like I can't say anything. He did a fucking fantastic job. And it was just a tidy bit below that number one spot, but I had to go for my number one spot. It's probably my most played song in the last 3 months that it's been out, and if it came out in January, it would have been my number one spot for the year. But for number one, it was so tough only picking one Weeknd song. But it's timeless. It's timeless with Playboi Carti. I could fucking talk about this song for hours. I absolutely love this track. The production, Carti's verse, like, it's one of those, again, a lot of people when the song came out, like, oh, Carti washed Weeknd. I don't agree with that sentiment. I think they both did their fucking thing, and they both had different, you know, aspects to bring to the track. But if you want to say Carti did better, I can't argue with you. But I would personally go with the Weeknd's verse because I just love his flow. And I just love the vibe of the song. It's just so otherworldly. It's so out there. It's so spacey. It's just like you could throw it on at a fucking party. You could throw it on driving down the highway. Like, it just makes you feel good. You could throw it on the shower. You're going to start fucking dancing in there. It's a great song. God, I think I didn't mention it, but Sao Paulo by The Weeknd and Anita was another song I enjoyed that can go on the honorable mention list as well. But that's going to round out the top 10 just to go down from 1 to 10, just to recap everything. At 1, I got Timeless with Weeknd and Playboi Carti. Number 2, I have Fuel with Eminem and JID. Number 3, I have Euphoria by Kendrick Lamar. And number 4, I have Broken Bone by Dayglow on his new album, Dayglow. I have number 5, Skinny by Billie Eilish from Hit Me Hard and Soft. Great song. Number 6, I have Tore Up by Don Toliver. Number 7, I have Tejano Blue by Cigarettes After Sex. Number 8, we have Oldie Station by 21 Pilots. Number 9, we have A Diamond to Be Born by Foster the People. And by number 10, we have 360 by Charlie XCX. That's just my list. That's just my opinion. Again, didn't want to do any duplicate artists. So if I did that, this list would look a little bit different. But overall, I'm pretty content with it. Thank you for watching. If you got to this far in the video, please be sure to like, share, subscribe. Let me know your list down below in the comments as well. And you have a blessed one. And on to 2025. Got The Weeknd's new album coming out soon, January 25th. So I can't wait to see what next year has in store for us. But thank you for watching. You have a blessed day now. Bye.